Very good morning, children. In the previous class, what did we learn? We have learnt about addition and subtraction together with the decimals, multiplication of decimals, like decimal with a normal number and multiplication of two decimal numbers. Now, today in this class, we are going to learn about division of decimals, like division, like dividing a decimal number by a number and dividing a decimal number with a decimal number, and how to convert a fraction into a decimal. Already this I have taught you previously, but still let us have a brush up because this is very important concept that you will be learning continuously in the further classes. Alright, now let us see dividing a decimal by a whole number. Dividing a decimal by a whole number. For example, we are dividing 12.4 with the 4. We have 12.4 divided with the 4. Come on. Let us divide. Now 4, 12. 12 in 4 how many times? 3 times. 4 3s are 12. Subtracted 0. We have a point. So place a point, because once we have done the division with the first two digits, whenever we are coming across with the decimal point, immediately or parallelly you have to place the decimal point in the quotient also. Okay, then drop down 4 ones are 4, 0. So what is that? Quotient 3.1. 4 threes are 12. We have a decimal. After 12 we have a decimal point. So we are placing a decimal point in the quotient, and then you are dropping 4 down. 4 ones are 4 and your remainder is 0. Alright. Now let's take the other example even. Let us see another problem. 1.02 divided with the 4. 1.02 divided with the 4. Come on. 1.04. Now we are dividing with the 4. Now, one will come in 4 table, children? No. So when the first digit of the dividend is less than the divisor, if the first digit of the dividend is less than the divisor, what are we going to do? We are going to take the second digit. That is, instead of 1, we are taking 10. But before taking 0, we have a point over here. Before dividing itself, we are coming across with the decimal point. So what are we doing? First, I place a decimal point in the quotient. Now, 4 2s are 8. 10 minus 8, 2, and drop down 4 6 are 24. That is 0. Now we have decimal part as 2 6. But before the decimal point, do we have any whole number point? Do we have any whole number part? No. So if we don't have any whole number part, what are we doing? We are writing 0 and 0.26. That's it. So you need to be very careful enough while placing the decimal. Got it, children? This is how dividing a decimal number with a whole number. Let us take another example even. Okay. So we have 543.4 divided with the 8. 543.4 divided with the 8. Come on, start. So 5 is less than 8. Therefore, we are taking first two digits 54. Now 54. What is the smallest or the nearest number to 54 in the table? 8. 8 sevens are 56. It is greater. 8 6 are 48. 8 6 are 48. Now we are subtracting 14 minus 8, 6. 4 minus 4, 0, and we are dropping down 3. Alright, next again we are taking a borrow and then subtracting 13 minus 6, 7, 5 minus 5, 0. Then after this we have a decimal point. So what are we supposed to do? Immediately place the decimal point in the quotient. Then drop 4 down. Yes, now what is the nearest number to 74 in table 8? So what do we have? 8 9s are 72. Right? Now 4 minus 2, 2. 7 minus 7, 0. Alright, since already we have placed a decimal point over here and you are continuing the division till you get the remainder 0. Alright children, since we have added a decimal point over here, you can add a 0 over there. So you are adding a 0 over there, it is becoming 20. Again 8 in 20, 8 2s are 16. So again subtracting 10 minus 6, 4. Already placed a decimal, 0. 8 5s are 40. Now my remainder is 0. Therefore, I can stop dividing. So you are dividing a decimal number till you are getting the remainder as 0. So there is a concept of adding a 0 children. Because already we have placed a decimal, you can add only 1 0 but not 2 zeros. Got it? So you have to add only 1 0. You cannot add 2 zeros. Okay. Now what is our answer? 67.925. That's it. Got it children? So shall we go with the other example if you have any doubt? Okay. Let us take another problem. Okay. 435.6 divided with 6. Come on, let us do this problem. 435.6. Now we are dividing with the 6. Now 43. For 43 nearest number in table 6. 6 7s are 42. 3 minus 2. 1. Drop 5 down. It is 15. Again 15 in 6 nearest number. 6 2s are 12. Alright. Now 5 minus 2, 3, 1 minus 1, 0. Now after dropping 5 down, we have a decimal point. So place a decimal point in the quotient, then drop 6 down. 36. 36 in 6, 6 times. 6 6 are 36. So your remainder is 0. So what is our answer? 72.6. So this is how you are dividing a decimal number with a whole number. Hope you understood children. Next, let us see how to divide two decimal numbers. Let us see that also. Now let us learn how to divide two decimal numbers. Let us take an example. 64.5 divided with 1.5. 64.5 divided with 1.5. Now, so here you see in the dividend also we have a decimal point and in the divisor also we have a decimal point. Now, first the very foremost step you are going to take is first you observe the divisor. Okay, so what is the divisor here? 1.5. And in 1.5, after decimal, how many digits do we have children? 1 digit. So what are we doing? If in the divisor, after decimal, if you have 1 digit, then you are multiplying dividend and divisor with 10. It means 64.5 into 10 divided with 1.5 into 10. What is children? Always observe the divisor but not the dividend. In the divisor we have after decimal how many digits? 1 digit. So if in the divisor after decimal if we have 1 digit, then you are multiplying the dividend and the divisor with the 10. For suppose if you have after decimal 2 digits, then you are multiplying the dividend and the divisor with 100. If after decimal if we have 3 digits with 1000. As simple as that. This is only one step, it varies children. Leftover the division process is same. So when you are dividing two decimal numbers, you need to check in the divisor the number of digits that are being placed after the decimal point. Okay, right. Now, what did I say? When you are multiplying with 10, hundreds and thousands, depending on the number of zeros, the decimal point will jump ahead. I mean forward. Decimal point will jump forward depending on the number of zeros. Now here we have 1 0. Then the decimal point will jump after 5. That is 645.0 divided with, and here the decimal point will jump after 5. That is 15. Now you are dividing 645 with 15. That's it. So only one step you are going to include it. What is that? You are removing the decimal in the divisor. You are removing a decimal in the divisor by multiplying either with 10, 100 or 1000. So how do you come to know whether to multiply with 10, 100 or 1000? So simple, in the divisor just observe after the decimal point how many digits have been placed. Depending on that you can come to know or you can conclude with what number we have to multiply the divisor. Is it either with 10, 100 or 1000? Now let us take the other example so that you can even understand more clearly. Now we have 11.27 divided with 0.023. Now 11.27 divided with 0.023. What is the divisor in this? 0.023. Now tell me after decimal how many digits have been placed? 1, 2, 3. 3 digits have been placed. It means with which number we are going to multiply the dividend and the divisor? Yes, with 1000, because here in the divisor after the decimal point we have 3 digits. Therefore, we are multiplying the dividend as well as the divisor with 1000. Come on. 11.27 into 1000 divided with 0.023 into 1000. Now we have 3 zeros. It means this decimal point will jump forward after 3 digits. Okay, but here we have 2 digits only. What are we going to do? In order to make it 3 digits, we are going to add a 0. So 11,270.0 divided with, now this 0, this decimal point after 3 digits, it is jumping forward. It means it is 23 itself. Got it? Now you are dividing 11,270 with 23. Got it? So this division process, as usual, the same procedure you will be following. So this is how dividing a decimal number with the decimal number. Got it, children? Now next, let us see how to convert a fractional number into a decimal number. How to convert a fractional number into a decimal number. Let us see. The same procedure, children. Already I have said you. We have 3 by 8. Now 3 by 8 we have. So now what are we going to do? We are going to convert this fraction into a decimal. So in order to convert a fraction into a decimal point, what are we doing? What are we going to do? We are going to divide the numerator with the denominator. What are we going to do? We are going to divide the numerator with the denominator. So let us divide 3 with 8. Okay children, so what are we doing? We are dividing 3 with 8. Now do 3 will come in 8 table? No, because 3 is less than 8. Then what are we going to do? We are going to place point and then we are adding a 0. Yeah, what are we doing? And first I have written a point in the quotient and I have added 0. Now 8 3s are 24. Now subtract it. 10 minus 4, 6, 2 minus 2, 0. Already I have written a decimal point in the quotient. I can add another 0, but I cannot add another 0 over here. Only 1 0 can be added, but not 2. Now for 16, nearest number in 8. 8 6 are 48, 8 7s are 56. Come on, 6 changes to 5, 0 changes to 10. Now 10 minus 6, 4. Already placed a decimal, I can add another 0. 8 5s are 40. That is 0. So what is my answer? 0.375. But here I don't have any whole number part. What I am doing? I am writing a 0. That is 0.375 is the answer. Got it children? Now let us take another example. 1 3 by 4. Now we have a mixed fraction. Already you learned how to convert a mixed fraction into improper, right? Now 4 ones are 4 plus 3 7 by 4. Now we are dividing 7 with the 4. 4 ones are 4. 7 minus 4, 3. Now here, shall we stop? No. What are we going to do? We are going to place a decimal in the quotient and we are going to add a 0 here. Now 3 change to 30. 4 7s are 28. Then again subtract 10 minus 8, 2, 2 minus 2, 0. Already we have written decimal over here. Again I am writing a 0 over here. So 2 change to 20. 4 5s are 20. So what is our answer? 1.75. Isn't it very simple? Only you need to be very careful enough in placing the decimal and in adding the 0. So this is how you are converting a fraction into a decimal. Hope you understood this concept children. With this we have completed your chapter decimals. Let us meet in the next class with the new topic, percentages and averages. Very important topic and very interesting topic. Okay children, hope you understood. If you still have any further doubt,